Written by Murphy here. I'm doing a book review for 1984. 1984 is flying off the shelves right now because people want to reread it or read it for the first time. This is a book by George Orwell. He wrote it in 1949. George Orwell is a very interesting author. He was a left-leaning author. He went and fought in the Spanish Civil War, which he wrote about in Homage to Catalonia, and he saw what communism was about. He took those experiences and wrote Animal Farm, which is a more of a fantasy book describing what it was like to kind of how basically the Soviet Union got started. And he wrote Animal Farm in 1943, and then he wrote 1984 in 1949. So, or it was published in 1949. I think he wrote it in 48, and that he just flipped those numbers because that was cool. It is a scary, dystopian, realistic sci-fi book with an alternate future. Winston is the main character, and he works for the Ministry of Truth. There are several ministries in this world that George Orwell creates. Winston's job is to rewrite history every time the government does something new, to rewrite history to show that that is all that the government has ever done and all they have ever believed or thought is exactly what is happening right now. So he has to rewrite things. He ends up trying to resist, and all of his resistance results in, spoiler alert, him getting even more deeply enmeshed and giving up hope. The world that is described is terrifying and grim. And what Winston has to do with the best intentions, what he ends up doing is horrible and horrifying and absolutely soul-killing, and indeed, his soul is crushed at the end. It comes up with Big Brother is the name of the government. They have Newspeak, where slavery is freedom. Like all these reversal things. The Ministry of Love is actually talking about war, and so it's incredibly grim, but very, very engrossing. It's a really good book. I recommend it. Give it a read. See what you think. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. It is one of the best books in the English language from the 20th century. Absolutely. Give it a read and tell me what you think. I'd love to hear. Let's keep the conversation going.